Welcome to the Interior Design Studio. I am so thrilled to have you back here today. I have been looking over some of your selections for not only your exterior, but some flooring options in your home as well. So if you've got time, we will go over that today, as well as perhaps some financing options toward the end if there's time. So let's go ahead and get started. I brought along some materials I think will be helpful for you. I really admire your attention to detail, and most of all, the way that you are not afraid to use color to express yourself through your home. So I brought this along and let's have a look at it. Now, this is primarily colors of exterior for doors and trim, etc. It's nice, punchy pop colors. I noticed that you had placed check marks near the Hello Yellow and the Teal Appeal, and I think those are excellent selections. I do want to show you a few more options that I think you'll like, but I've pulled these chips for you, and I'm gonna send you home with a few little samples that you can take home and do a little test run. Okay? If you take a look here, you will notice that the accent colors can also be used in other creative ways. This is great for adding curb appeal, especially when you're ready to put your home on the market. But it's also an attention grabber and a nice touch. It really makes you home proud, if you will. I love the swing here. I'm a bit partial to these pinks that we have in 2019, and I will share a couple of poppy pink colors that I think you might like. And if you're married to your neutrals, you wouldn't be the first one. Now, I happen to know that you are a bit more adventurous than that, but the neutrals still have their place. And you can see for structures like this one here, or your windowsill, that definitely a nice neutral palette is the way to go. Then you add on with small accents. Okay. I'd like for you to take this with you today. Look it over with your partner and get back to me. Let me know what you decide. I'm also going to send along these Valspar little sample packs, if you will. Now, here's the pink sample that I was referring to earlier. As you see, there are so many options to go in a rosier tone, but the boldest is this cosmic pink. And if you've decided that it's too much for your front door, maybe you may be open to an accent wall in the interior, and that's what I'm going to show you next. These colors, they can definitely be used indoors. You've just got to do it sparingly. I'm going to send little samples with you. You can test them in areas of your home. Now, this Sherwin-Williams catalog features some very bright colors as well. Now, these can be a bit tricky as far as figuring out which to pair together, which complement each other, and so on and so forth. But that is my job. That's what I'm here for. And I've brought some suggestions for you here, but take a peek inside. It gives you some color combinations, and you can always go to the website and get lots of info there. Please also remember that I am just one phone call away, and I can help you with all of these design needs. Okay? Now, do you have any questions at all about this? No? No questions yet, huh? Oh, great. Well, all right. Let's talk about flooring, shall we? I know that you were interested in this nice vinyl flooring, which is going to be from your kitchen to your dining area. And you may transition colors if you'd like one pattern in your kitchen, one in your dining area. But after seeing your space, I really think you're better suited by choosing one pattern and doing it throughout that entire area. You agree? Well, I brought these different grains for you to have a closer look at the patterns, and these are samples that you are free to take with you. This first option this is called Richmond Oak. What I like about the Richmond Oak is that it's got several different deep areas and then some lighter areas as well. It really mimics the wood, and a lot of effort went into it. It's a nice option. Next we have this Riverside Granite, and you can see that it's a lighter gray base here, cooler tone with some black and maybe even some darker gray scattered throughout here. At the moment, this granite is my absolute favorite of the three. This is the way to go here. And next, this is Gardenia Marble. And I do want to say that you can put your fears aside when it comes to white surfaces. This is a very easily cleaned surface. That is one of the benefits. Now, anything in white is going to come with its challenges, but I will point out that there's already a pattern through it. I'd like to send you home with these samples. Take them home, and maybe the next time I see you, you will have made a decision. Okay, so we've looked over the flooring for the dining and kitchen area. Now let's take a look at your living area, where you have chosen to go with the Stainmaster carpet here. Now, when it comes to the carpeting, we haven't really discussed much as far as what types of colors you prefer. The good news is you can really go in any direction. Most of these are very, very doable as far as making it work with your other design options. Now this Stainmaster carpet really is a nice option. We did bring up the fact that you don't have any small children. However, you may still have accidents, as people do, and pets tend to make a mess as well. So it is very beneficial to trust a name brand like the Stainmaster carpet, and you know that it's under warranty and it's also being protected with a special patented material, and it's going to last forever. You're welcome to touch it if you'd like. So let's talk color if you'd like. What do you think about this center row? These warmer neutrals here. I brought this from our warehouse. It was simple, but still pretty elegant. And when I think of your garden bath and the cool tones that you have selected for that area, I really thought that this pattern really worked. The geometry was nice, and the color is just beautiful. Now, speaking of the garden tub, this is the stone detailing that I suggest, I propose that we place around your garden tub. Right at the base, it's a nice accent and it really adds a little something. If you'd like to look a bit closer, you'll notice that this is basically a stone mosaic pattern, which means if there are elements that maybe you don't love the color black, or maybe not so much the shape of some of the stones, these can be traded out for other accents, for even perhaps beads or some form of beautiful exotic ceramic tile can be placed in these areas. So keep an open mind when it comes to this part. This is actually going to be a lovely design, and it will be affordable and a nice way to add value to that room. Finally, I have these basic tiles. These are great backsplash tiles, if you will. They can work in the kitchen area or as we see fit, and I propose that we use them in your bathroom. I really like the color and the fact that this solid creamy white is splattered throughout with beautiful gold and bronze accent, almost like a stripe pattern. If you were to choose this nice piece of tile, then we would have to go with some type of accent tile to frame the area, And I would recommend something simple, the same shape, but maybe a bit larger. This may be quite a bit large. We might go down a size or two, but the point is that you get the idea that we will make a transitionary look there. And these are just a few options. If you were loving that tile but not so much feeling the white color, then these square tiles come in so many different color options. This is a nice gold shimmer on top of a dark chocolate. As you can see, this is a beautiful piece. Now, since you have selected cooler tones, you may choose to go with a silver striped metallic versus the gold, but these are just details and they can be worked through easily. Now I would like to show you some trim options that we still need to look over for the drapes and some of the custom furnishings that will be in your living area. Keep in mind that some of these colors might be a bit bright, just a bit much for you, but this is an area that we can really do a lot of customization in. So please feel free to speak up if something is a little off or not to your liking. Each of these guidebooks will contain several different scraps, tiny samples for you to get inspired, get some ideas. We've got some leather cord. We've got modern dangling beads here. The main thing I would like for you to notice is the color, because each of these books will present these details in its own color. Here you've got violet sky. Here you've got thistle, fuchsia, berry crush. This one's got some blue and teal options. I must say I really like this cobalt ribbon loop here. I think that would make a nice accent in some of your rooms, maybe even more than one. Also, the cobalt beads. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but wouldn't these be great added to the drapery in your living area? And for the great room, we've got so many beautiful neutrals, but what really stood out to me was this python cord. Some of those customized embroidered pieces that you like, they would be so great with some of these type of really inventive accents here. Of course, the black and white is classic and timeless, but still somehow modern. It keeps coming back around year after year, and I think that's for good reason, as you can see. You are welcome to check out these books at any time. You can take them home with you and return them if you'd like to have a closer look at these. All right, let's get you pulled up here. And let's take a look at some of our options that are available to you as far as financing for your projects. Here's an application that I'd like you to look over and review. Okay. We would like to invite you to apply for a line of credit. There are 3 purchase plans, as you see here. We've got a 36 fixed monthly payments. That's got an APR of 3.99% until paid in full. There's a 60 fixed payment or an 84 fixed payments, and those will be at 5.99% APR and a 7.99 respectively. Okay, this might be more suited for your particular options. Okay, and then take a look here. You'll see some of our key credit terms here, and basically the fine print for you to take home and discuss. Okay. Everything from interest to fees and penalties, and lots of information here for you. Okay. In the back, there's a fold out which has got lots of questions that you may have, some frequently asked questions. And so I'll be sending this with you today. Okay, take it home. In your other pile we've got started for you here. I'm not sure what your needs are elsewhere, but to let you know while you're here that we've also got the business card, which is a $0 annual fee, and you would receive 5% off of your purchases daily with a 0% intro APR. Okay, no interest for 6 months on that, and you immediately get a $100 statement credit upon approval. Okay, so there's lots of information here. I know that you are a business owner, an entrepreneur, so I've brought 2 separate types of card for you to look at. Okay. Okay. Let's get that. All right. Do have you set in here, keeping a tab on what we send home, and also trying to keep up with everything you've selected today. Of course, nothing is set in stone. These are just your preliminary details. Now, I'd like to show you our rewards card here. Our rewards card comes in physical form, but this is 2019, so as I'm sure you have guessed, it can also be downloaded in app form, iPhone or Android. You've got a physical card here, as well as some small little key tickets to keep on your key ring. I think many people find it simple to just use the app. Okay, it's very useful during your design process because this app is great for keeping track of your designing colors. This can help you with furniture placement. Yeah, even the room dimensions can be stored in this app. Very interesting. You can keep track of all of your in-store and online purchases with this card. I know. And there's so much more available. If you go to the website, it's a very simple sign-up process. In fact, I can go ahead and sign you up while you're here if you've got a moment. Great. Let's do it. I've got your information. Let's just create you an account here. And if you're shopping online, it will automatically link this to your personal account. If you've already got an account through our website, these two will intermesh. They will combine beautifully, and you can access all of your information in one location online. Okay, great. So, I'm going to write down your account number here. And there you have it. Pretty simple. You've almost got you finished here. All right, let's get you settled and you can be on your way. I have put together all of your samples, your tiles, and your finance options, as well as some of the carpet samples for you and some of the paint chips that you liked. So if you'd like, go ahead and review them all. I'll be here all week awaiting your call. You can also shoot me an email and I will respond that same day. I've got all of your information stored now, and I can't wait to hear from you. Thank you again for coming, and my assistant will get you set up for a follow-up appointment. All right, see you later.